MotorWeek is made possible by Auto Value and Bumper to Bumper and TireRack.com.
All minivans share the same mission of providing as much space, flexibility, and family-friendly features as possible. But each brand still tries to make their minivan stand out. For Toyota Sienna, it was offering all-wheel drive in the early 2000s, and then going all hybrid when this 4th gen arrived for 2021. So let's see what the Sienna is up to for 2025. This 2025 Toyota Sienna may have fewer minivans to compete against these days, but it still has to attract attention away from the ever-increasing number of 3-row sport utility vehicles, which are more and more becoming the family-friendly vehicle of choice. Still, to us, the minivan remains king when it comes to flexibility and ease of use. And for 25, Toyota has added a few updates to keep Sienna a top contender for suburban households. Safety and technology are obviously the keys here, so the Sienna gets a new advanced rear seat reminder and upgraded multimedia system. The next level rear seat reminder has 60 GHz band millimeter wave radar integrated into the headliner to detect if there's any movement in the cabin when parked without the engine running. The vehicle will then initiate an escalating scale of warning sounds and eventually even attempt to contact you through the Toyota app. The enhanced Toyota audio multimedia system is now standard, with all but base LE trim getting a 12.3-inch version. Other family-friendly features to work their way into the new Sienna include an available onboard vacuum and fridge box. Both the cooler and the vacuum are integrated into the new front console of platinum trim Siennas. It's also optional with limited grade. Platinum Edition sports new 20-inch wheels, along with second-row captain's chairs for a 7-passenger configuration. The second-row bench 8-passenger setup is limited to lower trim levels. There's wide access to the third row, and the space is plentiful for adults. Those seats stow into the floor easily with the pull of a single handle. Rounding out the updates, the 12.3-inch digital gauge cluster is available on more trims than before, and all grades get a tightening up of fit and finish throughout the cabin. Every Sienna works with the 2.5-liter i4 version of Toyota's hybrid system with a combined output of 245 horsepower. Front-wheel drive with eCVT is standard like our tester. Optional all-wheel drive adds an additional electric motor to power the rear wheels. There are some unique sounds compared to non-hybrid rivals, as the engine seems to briefly over-rev whenever you squeeze on the throttle, though that's probably electronic CVT related. Overall power is more than adequate, but it's not delivered as effortlessly as with a V6. Government fuel economy ratings with front-wheel drive are 36 across the board for city, highway, and combined. But we average just 30.6 miles per gallon of regular. Still a nice step up from non-hybrid minivan competitors. And there's a much better than average energy impact score, using just 8.3 barrels of oil yearly with 4.1 tons of CO2 emissions. At our Mason-Dixon test track, it was a smooth and steady roll off the line with just a hint of tire spin as we cruised to 60 in 8 seconds flat. The engine did sound like it was working a little overtime, and RPM stayed pegged the whole way down the track. Quarter mile completed in 16.1 seconds at 89 miles per hour. Few people buy a minivan with handling performance in mind, but safety is certainly a crucial factor. Here in our handling course, there was quite a lot of body roll to contend with, but the Sienna was well planted with a low center of gravity feel and relatively minor amounts of understeer. Panic braking stops were smooth and steady, with very little ABS pulsing through the pedal, averaging a good 116 feet from 60 miles per hour. Pricing starts with LE trim at $40,635, with all-wheel drive a $2,000 option. Top Platinum comes in at $57,595. In the grand scheme of things, changes in the 2025 Toyota Sienna are relatively minor. Still, up-to-date safety and technology features directly address the desires of family buyers, especially when shopping for a minivan or large SUV. Add in things like comfort, reliability, superior flexibility, plus the great fuel economy that the Sienna is already known for, and the Sienna remains a smart choice for families large and small.
The MotorWeek app, which includes our latest reviews and feature stories, is now available for mobile devices.